Hello, everybody. My name is Michelle. I am at Little Big Meesh on Instagram. I'm private right now for obvious reasons. So this is my dating rap. I'm just going to jump right into it. So a bit about me for those of you who don't know me. I am 28 years old. I have a BA in Film and Media from Temple, class of 2021. I was divorced at 20. And I had a rampant Tinder phase in 2016. Those things are correlated. Thank you. I followed a stripper to barista pipeline, so that's very exciting. And I'm an Aries Sun, Gemini Moon, and Leo Rising. So make all the assumptions about me that you want. Another important thing for me is I am a true drama queen. I have a notorious past of exposing shitty men online. This was my birthday theme about 2 years ago, and you might be asking yourself, what is the wall of shame? Well, that's a setup I had in my apartment. It started with a man who had cheated on his girlfriend with me, and he left his boxers behind. So I just thought I'd fill the space out with some divorce papers, a list of my past partners, and then the rest filled itself out. A wise ex-coworker once said, Michelle is so hot, but she'll never get a boyfriend because she is too obsessed with the drama. So I guess we're going to see if that's true or not by the end of this presentation. So today we're going to be talking about my possible suitors. That is 21 straight men. That could include sexual partners, anybody that I've dated successfully and unsuccessfully. So anybody that asked me out, whether I went or not, anybody that I asked out, whether they went or not, and situationships because it is 2026. Where did they come from? We're going to start off with a pie chart. Does anybody have any main guesses? That's a good one. That's a good one. Maybe. Mutuals, dating apps, work in the wild, and social media. In the wild. At the bar, on the street. Am I right? So the two that are equal are going to be mutuals and social media. There's 2 apiece in there. Then we have the wild is this. There's 3 from in the wild. 5 from dating apps, and 9 from work. 9 from work. And work includes the strip club and the cafe. But honestly, more were from the cafe. We had 7 from the cafe, 2 of which I matched with on Hinge, and then 3 I just randomly saw out at a bar. I downloaded Hinge a total of 3 times. Once in March, 1 in June, and 1 in October. How did I figure that out? Because I'm crazy and I remember every picture I've ever taken. So I knew, I was like, oh, I took that picture because I knew I was going to download Hinge again. 7, comeback kings. Let's give it up for the comeback kings. We've got 1 ex-boyfriend who surfaced from 2023, and we have 3 beggars. Please, Michelle, please just give me one last chance. We'll see how that panned out for them. Who was interested first? Mostly them. Mostly them. Mutuals were just people that I matched with on dating apps. I don't really count, who sent the first like, but we got 12 who were interested first, 7 which were like matches, and then I was interested in 2 first. Age is not just a number, okay? It also is a bar graph. Right down here you can't see it, but it is, we got 2 that were between 21 to 27, which is kind of a weird age range, but there was only 2 in that age range, so I had to kind of. I've got 8 in my age range. I've got 4 a little bit older than me, 4 a little bit more older than me, and then 3 that were over 45. Yeah. Youngest and oldest. Does anybody want to guess how young the youngest was?
21.
Yeah, 21. Fun fact, he's the person that I picked up off the street. He followed me to the bar, and they wouldn't let him in. The oldest, I don't know. Yeah, I wound up never even going out with those ones. But anyway, preferred age range is 25 to 41. So. How many dates, you ask? Well, for 11 of them, there were 0 dates. And why is that? They were sexual partners or people that I just rejected, or that rejected me. We've got 5 that I went on 1 date with, 2 that I went on 2 dates with, and then 3 that I went on 3 or more dates with. Where did I go on dates? So I went on 22 total official dates this year, and the pie chart goes as follows. I went to 1 concert, 1 coffee date, 1 movie date, 1 FaceTime date, and a wedding date. Yes, the FaceTime counts, okay? Because this guy that I matched with on Hinge, who was supposed to be here tonight, didn't fucking show, so I'm definitely not with that. He was really funny, and like he cold called me off the FaceTime, and we wound up talking for an hour and a half, so I count that as a first date. 3 were at a show, and by show I mean, events. We went to like a little comedy show, a little event where people were dancing around, and then somebody came to visit me at the club, and that's the most romantic thing I've had all year. No man I've ever talked to came to visit me in the club, so I count that. Dinner, I had 4 for sporting events. I mean, we were in the Super Bowl, so how could we not have sporting events? And then 6 for drinks. Let's talk about the fun stuff now, okay? So we're talking about sex here. I had sex a total of 41 times this year. A total of 8 partners. And now let's compare the data. So we have this dark purple. So we got all the names. We got letters down at the bottom. There's 8 of them. I kept them anonymous. And then this dark purple line is how many times I had sex with each of them. Then this bluish line is how many times I climaxed, which, yeah, that's why it's all the way at the bottom. You guys in the back probably can't see it. And then we have this invisible purple line, which is the dates that I went on with them, if there were any.
Wait, sorry.
No.
Okay, so there's obviously a few standouts. H, obviously, you went on not that.
H was killing it. H was killing it.
Getting the job done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at H.
Yeah. Unfortunately, after this show, he's probably not going to be in this anymore.
And I will say B got a lot of chances.
B got a lot of chances for sure. Oh yeah, but you see that little purple line down there?
Look how low that is.
0 dates and 1 climax. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if I can name drop for legal purposes, but anyway, yeah. So H was really killing it, but he's got to get them numbers up on that last little purple line because that was only 3. How did it end? So we're gonna have a little fun graph here. We got 6 up at the top, all the way down to 1. I slow ghosted most of them. When it was falling off, and I had a couple different categories for this, and I had like it fell off, it was on, but it's like, no, who was less interested first? And it was probably me. So I slow ghosted about 6 of them. 4 of them were rejected by me. 3, I ended it in an adult and communicative way, which was hard, but you have to do it, 2 were literally criminals, so, it's funny, but it's not. 1 was a cheater, which technically isn't a crime, but it should be, like a Class A felony, I think. But the other one, let's just say, he should be in prison. Anyway. 2, he ghosted me. We got a 3 down here for question mark, because 2 of them are still pursuing me a little bit, and the other one is the one that was supposed to come tonight that is getting cut off after this. And at the bottom, 1 rejected me. I know, sexy people get rejected too. It's really hard. And that was the 1 person that I asked out this year to their face, but it's fine. It is fine. How many relationships was I in this year? 1. And it wasn't mine. Thanks, Cokehead Brian. His girlfriend, I don't know. She texted me and said, I'm not crazy. I'm with him right now. If there's anything I should know, please let me know. I said, yup, we fucked on Friday. So now you and your cokehead boyfriend can leave me the fuck alone. Thank you. He's not my boyfriend, you can have him. She sent this to him. His mom on Mother's Day. So, Claire, sorry you had to get that message. This is a screenshot of his ex-girlfriend and him. She texted him and said, "You went to a wedding with her a week after I found out you cheated on me with her?" And he said, "No, I didn't." So I sent her this picture and I said, "Oh, he didn't? Really? That's fucking interesting." So then when she sent him that screenshot, he said, "Maggie, stop texting this crazy fucking bitch. I'm about to block you. Are you fucking kidding me?" And then I sent her a video of him eating a fucking cannoli. So shout out to Joey Cannoli. Book him for your weddings. He's great. Yeah, so certified cheating loser. That's who the criminal was. How many situationships was I in this year? 1.5. 1.5. I start therapy on Sunday. So I had lots of memorable days this year, but a few stuck out in particular. 4 days to be exact. We have April 3rd, 2025. I went to a singles event with the girlies. Needless to say, all the women, smoking hot. The men, unfortunately, were lacking in a lot of different departments. They decided to play Two Truths and a Lie, so everybody was kind of walking around asking, and this guy came up to me and he was like, "Oh, do you want to play Two Truths and a Lie?" And I'm like, do I want to continue to have a conversation with this man, or do I want to scare him so bad that he doesn't talk to me the rest of the night? So I hit him with the big three. I'm a stripper, I'm divorced, and I've been to prison. What you all know now that I've been to prison is the lie, but which one would you want to be the lie if you met me at a singles event, right? So he guessed that I was a stripper, he was wrong. So then he got his turn. He hit me with, "I like lemonade." Okay. I can do a split. I'm like, I can't do a fucking split, so I know that's the lie. And then he says some long-winded answer. "Oh, I was in band camp and I was like, that's gotta be true. So I'm gonna go with the fact that you can do a split is the lie. And he said, "I hate lemonade." I'm like, what the fuck are you? What is happening right now? And I'm gonna be honest with you, that was not the last time that a man did a split in front of me at the singles event. Later on in the night, my friends are talking to this guy, I sit down with them, this guy on the dance floor comes up and he's like, "Oh, let's have a dance battle." And I'm like, dude, I'm fucking schmoozed right now. I'm not standing up near you. He busts the split right down. I'm like, what is this like the recruiting for the men's Olympic team? Like, I don't understand. And then we got chased out of there by another man because I lied. I said, "Oh, I was from Baltimore, Maryland." And he was like, "You think it's cute that you can lie?" And just kept screaming and berating me and my friends. So we just left. Anyway, the photographer begged us not to leave. But April 10th, 2025 was my birthday. Some men brought me flowers. Some men brought me cake. And some boys texted me, "Hi." 2 men brought me flowers. 1 man brought me a cake. 2 texted me hi, not remembering that it was my birthday. One of them was somebody that knew that my birthday was coming up. Still didn't fucking text me happy birthday. So I sent him a picture of me with the flowers that another man brought to me with flowers. Thanks, Brian. And then this other guy, he texted me hi, and I was like, "Dude, it's my fucking birthday." And he just starts rambling on about how I'd be such a good mother. He wants to move out to Wyoming with me, and just crazy shit. I said, "You're out of your fucking mind. I'm on my way to dinner right now." Needless to say, that guy is in rehab for his cocaine addiction now. So, June 29th, 2025, I had plans to go on a date with a guy to drinks. Early that morning, another guy asked me if I wanted to get coffee in the afternoon, and I was like, all right, can I make this work? Like, let me figure this out. So I decided I'm going to do both. I go home to get ready for the coffee date. I go out to get my car. No car. Oh. Where's my car? So I panic. I text all my neighbors. I'm like, "Hey guys, if you just see my car like randomly misplaced for some reason, could you let me know? Thanks." So I take the bus to the coffee date, and it was fine. It was fine. He was mid. I didn't hang out with him again. He's one of the people that I slow ghosted. Then my friend took me to go pick up my car from the impound lot. So $400 later, I was on my way to my second date where we had drinks. And it was going great. Drinks were flowing. Talk was talking. And then I found out that he was my ex's ex-fiance that I was still in conversation with for legal purposes. Philly's just a little too small. I was telling him a story about my psycho ex who had all these like criminal charges out against him. That's the trend apparently with me. And he just said, this is really weird. Like something similar happened to my ex. And I was like, what's your ex's name? And he told me, and I was like this girl, like this phone number that I have that I'm texting yesterday? Okay, good. So I saw him for one more date and then I didn't talk again. October 3rd, 2025. I went out for a dinner date and I looked really fucking good. Like objectively the best I looked all fucking year, and I was so excited this dude was gonna treat me to dinner. I was just like, oh great. His birthday was the next day. I'm thinking this is gonna be fantastic. I meet him at Nikki Lopez on South Street, and I'm there a little late. I was like 5 minutes late, and he texts me. No, he doesn't text me, my bad. He was 10 minutes late and he didn't text me, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. When he gets there, we get a drink, we sit down, and we're talking. I brought a bottle of wine for dinner. He brought an entire handle of fucking Espolón tequila for some reason. And his eyes start kind of closing. And I'm like, is this dude tired or is he like on drugs? And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna chill. And I'm like, oh, like, what do you do for work? And he's like, oh, I do landscaping for this company. And I was like, okay, so like, are you tired? He's like, no, I'm fine. And I'm like, okay. And then he just, oh, I don't do drugs. And I'm like, okay. Right. All right. So I'm at this point where I'm like, I'm kind of hungry, getting pretty hungry, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay for dinner, it's fine. Then he tells me that his boss's daughter just got a mommy makeover, and I was like, okay, cool, like she got like plastic surgery, like that's cool, good for her. And he's like, yeah, but you don't need that. And I was like, cause body T? Yeah, you're right, I don't need that. Anyway, and then he's just like, yeah, so how old is your son anyway? Who? Who? I was like, I don't have a son. And he looked at me and he was like, you know, I'm gonna find out if you're fucking lying. Dude, I'm not the one falling asleep right now saying I'm not on drugs. Like, are you kidding me? So, needless to say, I was starving, so I did go to dinner. And I just ate my food and I just went home because it was so good. So I texted all my friends and I was like, I'm on the worst date probably ever. This is cool. I'm not trying to stay, dude. So I met up with my friends and I had a great night the rest of the night because I looked fucking amazing. Anyway, things I accomplished in 2025. I did some good things. I mean, it wasn't all bad. I won a bikini contest. Yeah. And it did numbers for my ego because I never won a contest before, let alone something that had to do with my looks. So yeah, you're looking at 2025 Delco Biker Bikini Contest winner. No big deal. I ended a 3-year situationship. I didn't even know they lasted that long, but unfortunately, I love going back, you know? Now, it ending had nothing to do with me. Like, I had no willpower in that situation, but unfortunately, it had to end. It just had to. That's the criminal, so. And I got sober, 38 days. It's not much, but it is honest work, so. All of this to say, I am still single. The coworker might have been onto something, but I am off the market. Do I have a man? No. Do I want a man? Also no. 2026, we're running a tight fucking ship. So that's all I got. Thank you.